Good morning and welcome to Monday. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. I feel like utter garbage today. I've woken up with the nastiest throat. I've been in trained anyway, and actually it was really good. Really good. It was really good. A few PBs in there. It was also a little bit different because I couldn't get on the stuff that I would normally use, so switched it up for something else but trained the same muscle groups, which was fine. And I got 20 minutes cardio done, and I've just sat down to work. I'm still getting through all my post-workout stuff, and yeah, feel like a bag of shite, to be honest. Someone at the weekend wasn't very well that came, and I think I've picked up whatever they've got, which is just fantastic. Have we learnt nothing from COVID? No, we haven't. But are you going to miss his 60th birthday? Oh, don't know, maybe he should have done, but he didn't. So I'm just going to try and get through the day without feeling shitter. That is my objective for today. I've got to go and do a food shopping bit, probably going to do some cooking in a bit. Got a lot of steps to do in a bit. Just your standard Monday. Looking like a pineapple. Well, that explains it. I don't feel too bad at this point. I've just got a really scratchy throat, and I think I've got quite a low viral load. It took a while for that positive to come up. So I think whilst I still feel okay, I will still continue as I would normally. I might just take some anti-bac wipes to the gym and stuff, just because I'm aware that I've got it, so therefore I'll clean everything. Not ideal, but at the minute I feel all right. I think I might have spoken too soon. I have just done a food shop and just got stuff done, stayed out of people's way, you know, was keen not to touch anything that I wasn't going to buy. And I feel so sick. My resting heart rate is 103. My stomach's doing questionable things. I need to get home, but I need to pick up a parcel first. So, not good. Happy Tuesday. This is the most ill I've ever been. I've rang into work today, and I think it's about 10 o'clock. But I am not good. Not good at all. I'm literally just eating anything cold.
Stopped taking care of myself for a while there.
I have not eaten on plan today. I've eaten fruit,
drunk driving arrest,
a protein pudding, and a bagel. That's all I've eaten today. I just can't fucking do it.
I got a winter pack. I got them a toaster.
And I'm watching The Office. But today I've had heartburn, I've felt sick, I've had a fever, I've had the shakes. I'm lying here in a jumper and it's the hottest, like one of the hottest days of the year. I've had a headache, I've had no appetite, then I've had an appetite. I'm just, God. It's just constant. It does feel shit. I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but I think it's just because I've had some meds. I've had loads of naps. But yeah, I feel like absolute shit. Welcome to Wednesday, day 2 from the sofa. Oh God, I thought I'd feel better today. I actually think I feel worse today. But yeah, so another day from the sofa. I've had some yogurt. That's it so far today. But it is about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I have no idea what calories wise I ate yesterday. Certainly less than I normally would.
But I also did no cardio, no training, and no steps. I think I did about 600 steps. Today I'll probably be the same, although I'd like to get outside for a walk, but I was so dizzy yesterday when I was just getting up and about in the house that I just don't know whether I should do that. I'd have to go out with Andy if that's the case anyway, so maybe when he finishes work. But yeah, I think it's just going to be a rinse and repeat day. Maybe take a nap. Just feel like shit. I don't feel anxious about not training though. If this was in prep, I'd be really worried about this. But I'm not. So I'm not going to put myself under pressure to get back into the gym or worry about the level of activity I've been doing. The most important thing is I actually take the time to get better. And I can't honestly, whenever I've had like an illness or something before, I've always rushed to get back to the gym. And actually, I need to get myself better. Otherwise, the process will just take so much longer. Anyway, back to watching The Office for probably the 6th time. Wild. So I've actually just managed to go out for a walk and do a couple of rounds of the block. So I'm on about 7,000 steps. I want to say that I feel better for it, but I don't. Oh. I just need to chill out now. That's you know, if I'd have done 1,200 more, which I'll potentially, well, I probably won't get 8,000 by the end of the day, but 8,000 is what I would have normally done on a rest day. So really, I've only lost 1 day's training and normal. Food-wise today has just been the same as yesterday. I can't stomach my normal food. All I want to eat is fruit, soft stuff, cold things, like ice cold stuff. So I've had some yogurt, I've had grapes, I've had melon, I've had a protein pudding. I've had 2 slices of toast. It's the only warm thing I've had. What else have I had? Is that it? I must have had something else. I don't think I have. I've had some fruit juices as well, which are more calories than you'd think. But, yeah. Just rough. I've also changed my liner. I had to do my scan on my teeth yesterday. And it was like, oh, you're ready to progress to the next aligner? And I thought, fuck me, I can't do that today. And I thought I could do it just before bed. And then I thought, no, what if it's really painful? And then I'm mugging myself off with a shit night's sleep on top of how I already feel. So I did that this morning. Actually, it's not too bad. But from experience, that can be pretty painful and can fuck up my sleep. So I didn't risk it, and I'm glad I didn't risk it. So I'm probably going to go back to doing more of the same. Maybe watch some more of The Office. I probably should try and think of eating something more substantial, but I'm not really interested. Welcome to the happiest vlog in the world. Fuck. It's Thursday. I'm off work again today. I feel pretty much the same as yesterday. I didn't get as good a night's sleep last night because my cough has started. I've already had a cry today because I just want to feel better. I miss training. It's my best friend's 30th birthday this weekend. It's not looking likely that I'm going to be able to go to that. I'm just fucking fed up. I'm trying to get back onto my normal food. I've been sat here for like 5 minutes, just not wanting to eat this. Like, realistically, nothing will happen for me not having trained this week. Actually, I'll have done myself a solid, because if I'd tried, you know, I would have probably set myself back even further, made my recovery even longer. But it doesn't make me feel any better about missing it. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Feeling very sorry for myself today. I think I'm going to try and drive out somewhere to get a nice walk in just some different surroundings, because I'm fucking fed up. Must have ordered about 6 different things off Vinted last week for this weekend as part of a costume. I just keep getting loads of messages through like, hey, this parcel's ready to collect. And I'm just like, fuck off. Just fucking stop it. The thing with this weekend is, like, it's 2.5, 3 hours away. I'd be sleeping in a tent, well, a bell tent, probably on an airbed. And everyone would be drinking and I'd be exhausted. And I just, even if I did feel better, I can't see it being a good idea at the moment. But I still really want to go, so I'm just hoping that I miraculously wake up feeling better tomorrow. Fucking hell. We're halfway through this now. Not only do I not want it, I can't taste it anymore. So that's good. I'm about 2,000 steps in. This is a struggle. Yesterday I was like, if I get a good night's sleep tonight, I reckon I could be back at the gym tomorrow. Absolutely fucking not. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm actually going to have to stop for a rest. Fucking hell, this is the most miserable. I thought my vlog a couple of weeks ago was miserable. I think I've topped it. I've had a couple of cries this morning about just not being able to do my usual, looking less and less likely that I'm going to be able to go to Aaron's 30th at the weekend, which is just not me. I'd do anything for my best friends and I just feel fucking useless and shitty. So, not dealing with that very well. Not just generally not dealing with being ill this long very well. Honest as always. I have, however, just had some really good feedback on my level 3 that I submitted. I haven't read it properly. I think there's a couple of bits to change to get me that 100%. But feedback was that it was really well written, and he's been really happy with it, so that's good. It's Friday and I'm sat outside the gym. Now, it's probably too soon, but I've got to try it sometime. It's cooler today. I'm not going to go in all guns blazing. I've got a non-stim pre on the go. I've got the Nova Neuro Pump. And if it gets too much, I can just do steps, is my thinking. I feel better today than I have done all week. I'm not 100%, but when will I be 100%? I don't know. I had broken sleep because of my cough. I only seem to have the bad cough at night, which breaks my sleep up. However, because I've slept in and I've called in again to work today, I've still had more sleep than I usually would. So it's about 9:30. I slept in till probably 8. I'm going to see how it goes. I've got to try it sometime. So I'm also so fucking bored of just being at home. I've pretty much put a bullet in it for the weekend, which I'm gutted about. But at the same time, if it was any other way of spending Aaron's birthday, it'd be different. But glamping, staying over, camping is probably just not good for me right now. I haven't fully decided because my heart is just wanting to be there so much. But I know it's not a good idea. So we'll see how this goes and how it makes me feel. And then we'll decide. I'll be honest, my taste is gone. I can tell that this is sour. I can also tell that I think it tastes a little bit off. But I can't smell it and I can't taste it properly. What could go wrong? Maybe it is just the sour taste coming through and I can't fully taste it, but it doesn't taste right. Whilst I'm still trying to get this down me, it's taking ages. Meant to say I should really be training legs. The last thing that I trained was shoulders and chest, but I think legs will be way too taxing on my central nervous system. So I'm going to do my favourite session of the week, which is back and shoulders. The other 2 days are leg days. So it's just not worth it sending myself 3 steps backwards, even though this might do that anyway. But I've got to try it sometime. So I'm just back from that session and it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. The numbers weren't going to be anything special anyway, but oh my God, look at all my freckles. Wow, just realised that. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't anything special. It was never going to be, and it wasn't about that. It was just about getting back into the swing of things. I also managed my cardio. I didn't want to push my heart rate any harder than 130 the entire time. I think max it went to was like 135, and I was very wary of that whilst I was training as well, that I didn't want to do that. Just about to prepare some of my post-workout. I saw this on TikTok. I thought I dreamt it because obviously it hadn't arrived. I obviously did buy it, so here we are. So I'm going to have a look at that this afternoon, but I remember looking at the TikTok and being like, that's the most impressive nose pore strip I've ever seen in my life. Maybe this is a sleep purchase. Has anyone else ever done that? I've done it once before with gig tickets and woken up and been like, I had an email saying that I'd bought some gig tickets. I thought I dreamt it, but I hadn't. I just bought them in my sleep. Anyway, I'm gonna go and try these out, make my post, and I've got a few more steps to get in for the day, but then that's it, which is nice. I didn't feel like I was killing myself, but I'm very much like, there's peaks and troughs with this at the moment. Like 1 minute I'll feel really good, and then I'll feel terrible again, and it's like I feel like I'm back to square one. So hopefully I haven't done that, but yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah. Why stop at just your nose when you've got blocked pores everywhere, you know? Ew. That's gross, but effective. So, in an attempt to make my chicken and pasta meals more interesting, I touched on this last week that I'm kind of getting a bit with them, and it is the tomato sauce. I'm not actually the biggest fan of tomato in general. Like tomato flavoured things, yes. Tomato flavoured crisps, absolutely yes. Tomatoes, but in an attempt to make that a bit more interesting and more palatable, picked up some of these cooking sauces. That one's barbecue, this one's curry. The one that I've got in at the minute is like a white wine kind of creamy one, which you'd think was heavy on the calories, but actually these are about 30 calories more, 30 to 40 calories more per 100 grams than the tomato based sauce, which in a bulking season is fine. I'm just going to keep a little bit of an eye on what I'm having and on what days that I switch that up. Maybe I'll switch it up every day, because actually that's not too bad at all. Sugar is the third ingredient in the barbecue one, which I knew it would be, but this one shouldn't be too high sugar. Yeah, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9th ingredient in on that one. By the way, with that, generally, the lower down in the ingredients list it is, the less of it there is. Does that make sense? So if sugar is the final ingredient in a seasoning, it's the ingredient that has the least amount. If sugar is the first ingredient in the seasoning, the content of that ingredient is the highest. Does that make sense? I know what I mean. But anyway, honestly, I wish I'd picked a better day to try this for the first time, because I can't taste a thing. Not even a little thing. I've just got in from finishing some steps off. I feel really sick. This is just wild. Like, you feel like you can get back to normal and then you really quite clearly can't. I've just been and picked up different bits of my costume, or what would have been my costume for Aaron's 30th as well, from like around different lockers around Lincoln. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking get to wear it, am I? But anyway, I'm not thinking about that until tomorrow. Just been sent a really nice picture from Kate's wedding last week of me and Andy. Fuck's sake. Anyway, whatever. Check in tomorrow. Do you know what? Thoughts and feelings on tomorrow's check-in. Sometimes you've just got to celebrate the wins, that you didn't shit yourself in public or at home, or you didn't pass out. And you know, that's a win for this week. It's a win that I have managed to try and get about today, that I've managed to get some steps in this week. Like, the win this week is making it to Saturday. Fucking hell. I feel so sick. I've got 2 more meals to eat. I've got my beef meal and I've got my protein pudding, and I want neither of those. So I don't even want to swap the beef out for chicken. I can't taste them, so it's not even the taste that's putting me off, it's just the actual feeling of more food. Like, my body doesn't want it. But it's not what we do around here, is it? I think my weight will be up tomorrow, just because it's hot. My knit is hot. I am hot, and generally hold that little bit heavier. We'll see. I think I'll probably be up to 80 kilos tomorrow. I'm also ovulating Monday, supposedly. Have had a little bit of pain today. No real expectations tomorrow. Don't really care, to be honest. Just glad that I, like I say, have made it through the week.
I love this. It suits you.
Can you see? Oh, stop!
You want some of this thing? I'm gonna kill your fucking mother. What? Fucking wanna cross me? I'll kill your whole thing. I think we need a rule for like people defending it within a certain radius. Yeah, we want to put it in. Because otherwise, Amy's just going to stay there. Take a chance.
You're not allowed to climb on it. That's life in prison, bitch.
We've got one round the back. We've got one round the back. Go! Hannah, get me out.
Yes, get it!
Jess, I'm in jail.
You're back in jail again.
I'm back in jail. Round 2, fucking. Round 2.
Good morning, it's Sunday. Yesterday was a little bit of a wild one. I did my check-in first thing in the morning, sat and had my breakfast, and I was like, I feel better, like I feel good. So I snuck off to Aaron's birthday party in Oxfordshire. I drove for a couple of hours and I spent a couple of hours there, played some games, and then I drove home. I had no intention of staying anyway because I just need a good night's sleep, but it was so hot that like going, seeing everyone and having a few games and stuff was definitely enough for me, given like how I'd felt all week. And then I came home and we spent some time together. I watched a bit of Peaky Blinders, had some tea. I tell you what, my aversions to food at the moment is really bad, really bad. Yesterday I had my breakfast and it was about 5:30 on the way home, and I'd had nothing else. I didn't fancy anything, I wasn't hungry. I had a Monster on the way, tasted like vomit. Like it started off okay, but towards, I'd say I'd got that far into it, the apple one as well, which is my favourite, got that far into it, and then every sip started to taste like sick. I bought 3 bottles of water, Volvics, for the road and for being at Aaron's, so that I would definitely get like 4.5-5 litres in because it was so hot. And even those tasted like soap. Like everything tastes weird to me right now. So I wasn't exactly excited about food yesterday. I didn't have anything whilst I was at Aaron's little glamping gathering. I had a sandwich on the way home. It was a sandwich, it didn't taste like much. And then we had some pizza and some ice cream, which I could just about taste, but it wasn't anything special. But I do feel good today. So Andy is taking me out for a Wagamama's for lunch, and to just, you know, congrats on feeling better and all that. A nice little day out. We haven't had Wagamama's for ages, have we?
Nope.
No, sir. Can't actually remember the last one that we had. It was probably a couple of years ago or something.
Early days.
Has it really been that long? It can't be that long.
I think so. I bet you it's been... I don't think we would have been in this house.
Really? Fucking hell, it's about 3 years then. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. I've got some feedback from my mentor with PT Academy, so I'm going to have a little look through that. Now I feel up to it. Andy is going to have a very sporty afternoon and watch Formula 1 and the NFL restart. So I am now an NFL widow again. Aren't I on a Sunday?
Push it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, that's just the Super Bowl one. You need the Fox News one, really.
I don't recall that.
That's okay. Sorry.
You're not going to sing it.
We'll let you off. No. Not probably.
Forgot to add, my feedback from Jenna was just very basic this week, which I knew it would be. We were just kind of both thankful that I made it through the week, to be honest. It's just going to be a rinse and repeat. Hopefully my training gets back up to decent numbers and I start to just generally feel more alive soon. I'm due to ovulate on Monday though, so I don't know what my kind of strength will be like when I go back in and do chest and shoulders tomorrow, but we'll see, it varies. So hopefully gonna look a whole lot less watery this week though. That would be nice, and that coming in on Saturday I'll just look a lot tighter.